What's going on, guys? JB Lion back with another video, and today we are doing a game match review for the Chelsea vs Newcastle game. And what is there to say? What an absolute terrible game it was. But before we get into the video, like we always do before any video, is if you're new around here, please do hit the sub button. If you enjoy these videos, please do hit the like button. And if you want to know when I upload, please do hit the bell icon. But let's get straight into this business. So Chelsea vs Newcastle, what is there to say? What an absolute shower of appalling performance, realistically. Didn't offer much going forward. We were just side to side, back forward, swinging it around the house, but didn't really create any clear-cut chances, to be honest. And in the face of things, I know most Chelsea fans will probably look at it and be like, oh, you know what, we deserved something out of it and we should have had it. Nah, we don't deserve anything. We didn't play good enough. We played some decent football. Yes, we dominated Newcastle, and Newcastle didn't really offer much. One chance and they scored it. But the chance they did get, it was just a gaping goal pretty much. We just let the defence split like the Red Sea. And who was it? Was it Ramsey? No, not Ramsey. His name, Willock. Willock just breaks free down the middle, easy ball, slot through, and pass it over to Annie Gordon to tap it into an empty net. And it couldn't have been any easier for Newcastle. Other than that, they didn't offer anything else. They didn't play well at all. And I think Newcastle fans will say that they didn't play well. And they didn't. We played well, but we just didn't score any chances. We didn't really create any opportunities for ourselves. And yeah, we just didn't really offer much going forward. Like I say, we dominated the game. Great possession stats, if you really want to go with what we did well, which was great possession. But other than that, we didn't offer anything else. Cole Palmer had a good few chances, and that was about it. Cole Palmer probably should have scored one. Other than that, I can't really think of anyone else who, you know, had a chance. Like I said, we had great possession. We looked calm on the ball. Sanchez had a good game. But we're just going, it was like watching England under Southgate. It was absolutely tiring to watch. I was watching it and I was getting so bored because nothing was going on. And like I said, we were just going back and forward. And it was like watching Southgate's England. It was so painful to watch and so horrible to watch. I just didn't know what to do with myself. And like I said, I just kind of got bored and was just looking at other things to do rather than the actual football. And you guys know me, I absolutely love football, but that was the most horrible performance that I've watched of Chelsea in a very long time. And like I said, we've had some bad performances. Like when we went against PSG and we conceded goals, at least we had a bit of fight to come back and try and get something from the game. In this, we conceded a goal and then we just didn't do anything. Yeah, you could say there was two opportunities where, there was an opportunity where we should have got a penalty, Voltemada on Cole Palmer, but we can't be relying on just a penalty to save our game. We should be playing good football, but we're just not. We've got all the tactics down, we're passing it around nice, but we're just not creating chances. Like, when you look back now at João Pedro scoring goals, a lot of them are created by himself because he's not getting absolutely no service. And then when we get to the 84th minute, when we need a goal, you think he's going to bring on some attacking presence. Nah, mate, I'll just bring on Gerard Hatto and swap him out for Fofana. Like, you know, what is the logic there? I get it, oh, we've got PSG midweek, but now we're just absolutely screwed. We've got the top four title race, and we're not in it anymore. We're pretty much not in it. We got to hope that we can keep 5th position and be secured a Champions League spot. That's if it goes that way. If not, we're not in the Champions League, Europa League again, or Conference League. It's just going to be absolutely awful. You know, if we want to keep our top players and want to attract the biggest talent, then we're going to have to do better than the bloody Europa League. Like I said, we got lucky to get in it this season and we look like we're going to get dumped out again. And then next season, we're not going to have it again. It's just an absolute joke. We should have beat Newcastle, but we just didn't. We just didn't create enough chances. Had plenty of possession, plenty of shots, just couldn't score a goal. And then Newcastle get literally one counter-attacking opportunity, which I'm losing my mind to keep saying this in every single Chelsea video. counter-attack, counter-attack. Our team is counter-attacked more than bloody counter-strike players. We literally get counter-attacked more than anyone, and that goal was a prime example. Newcastle just sat at the back with 5 low block and then just countered, and it worked for them. I can't be mad. I am mad, actually. No, screw it. I am absolutely fuming that we lost to Newcastle because they played absolutely awful. And they sat in a low block and then countered and got a lucky goal. There's no way a Newcastle fan can be happy with that performance because they played just as awful as we did. That game had a stinking 0-0 all over it. But instead, we just let them counter us, split open like the Red Sea. God knows where Chalobah or Fofana was, and then, yeah, tried to claim offside. It's a joke. It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing that we're trying to claim an offside. And you know what? I'm that mad about this game that nobody's getting the good player and nobody's getting the bad player either because they were all awful. Nobody out there deserved it today. None of them had a fight. They all looked like they just was like rolling around, having a bit of fun. Nah, man, nobody deserves it. We played like absolute rubbish and Newcastle didn't deserve that. Now it's more points dropped towards the top 4. And we're in, like I say, we're fighting in 5th position. Are you joking? With the amount of money we got and people like, oh yeah, you know, this is a team that's building. I don't see no building at the moment. All I see is bloody Newcastle beating us when we should be beating them. We had plenty of chances, plenty of this, plenty of that, and we just couldn't do it. And then you're supposed to get a high on the bounce back to bloody PSG on Tuesday. After that performance today, we don't stand a hope in hell. You know what I mean? I was hoping in my head maybe there could be a chance we could do it against PSG. But seeing that performance, there is no chance. We are so utterly cooked. If that is how we're going to play against PSG, we are so cooked. It's unbelievable. And there's just no recovering from it. Like I said, Sanchez, he had a good game, but, you know, didn't really do much other than that because he didn't have to do much because, like I said, we was dominant. We pretty much was in their half. We just couldn't create a chance to save a life. And then when we did get the chance, we couldn't actually score it. Cole Palmer had multiple times he could have scored and he just didn't. It's just so frustrating when you're so dominant in every game. And this is what we come back to. Every game, Chelsea being dominant but not being able to get the finishing result. That is all it comes down to. We dominate games. We look so good and in control, but we can't create chances and we can't score. Because when we get the chance, we don't score. It's just mind-boggling. It's like, how are we ever going to get top 4? How are we ever going to sign good players and stuff like this if we're not? Oh no, don't worry, because, you know, Mr. Bowley and all of those guys up top, I don't like bringing the owners into this, but those guys up top, they're never going to sign anyone with any experience, are they? They're always going to sign the young players. We need somebody with experience in there. That hole in the defence day should not have happened. If we had someone with a little bit of experience, like a Thiago Silva or a Rudiger, that wouldn't happen. But instead, we just continue doing what we're doing. Oh, the young route. I'm surprised they signed Reece James' contract extension because he must be getting old. They must be looking at that thinking, cool, he's getting on a bit. Oh, do we really want to sign a contract extension? It's just a joke. This club is a joke. And the fact that we lost today to Newcastle is even more of a poignant point that this club is going nowhere at the moment. You know, we have these good games and stuff like this, but Liam Rosenior is now being found out and it is not being fun. He needs to sort it out. You know, he needs to make it so that these tactics he's doing are working, but we're not creating chances. Yeah, working, yes. To a degree, we look solid, comfortable on the ball, but we're just not creating chances. And we have no one in there who can hit the net. Like, you know, don't get me wrong. I was really excited about Liam Delap signing for us because I thought, you know, it might be a chance. But he's absolutely hopeless. When he comes on, he just is a donkey. He don't look like he knows what he's doing. And then the fact he comes on and João Pedro sits back. A guy who's banged in 11 goals this season is then going into Cam to allow that donkey up front. That is mental to me. Absolutely ludicrous. But yes, guys, I'm sorry this has been a rant video, but my goodness, did that frustrate me tonight. We should have beat them. Or, you know, the fact... I don't actually know. We shouldn't have beat them. We shouldn't have even lost to them. It should just be a boring draw because that's all it was. But instead, we let in 1 goal and then Newcastle sat with 8 at the back. Great. What absolutely entertaining football that is. But yes, guys, like I said, sorry about this rant video, but it needs to be said. You know, I've defended Chelsea a lot, saying this and that, trying to praise them, but no. Tonight was awful. It was one of the worst performances I've seen from us this season, and something needs to change. Because if that's what we're going to go in mentality-wise for PSG, we are so cooked. But yes, guys, I've been JB Lion. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Maybe your views weren't as dull as mine, but maybe they was, who knows. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been JB Lion. I'll see you dudes, dudettes, and everyone else in the next video. Peace, guys. Up the Chelsea.